I'm an epidemiologist these days, so I study things that affect people. That's how I'm interested in disease, particularly. As epidemiologists, what we are very talented at doing, is we have great big studies now, is saying that the on-average flavor of people and risk looks a bit like this. So if you see 1,000 versions of you, then I can say that actually on average, your type of person responds to a challenge or a disease in this way. It's not you, though. As epidemiologists, we are pretty bad, actually, at telling the stories of individuals. And this is where the chance thing comes in. What do I mean by chance? I mean how likely things agree with randomness. My first-hand experience of randomness, trying to guess the sex of my child using that ring on a string thing. Did it once, going to be a boy. Do it twice, it's going to be a girl. Do it 50 times, which we did in the living room. 50-50, bang on. Right? It's chance, it's stochastic, it's just variation in the real world, right? And that's a really important concept because it plays into this, it's the challenge of the clinical world. You've got somebody in front of you who's poorly, you know the risk factors for a disease, you think you know how much genetics is going on with it, but actually Joe Bloggs doesn't respond to that drug in that way because they're idiosyncratic, they're different, they're personal. They have their own environment, which is completely random. Okay, there's a paper at the back of the room which you can take on your way out if you're interested. It's a really nice paper, it's beautifully written, but it's got a classic anecdote of this in it. A lady called Winnie who gets to 100 years old and she's been smoking every day of her life. No, I tell a lie, she's been smoking for 93 years. And the headline in The Sun is, Winnie, 100 years old, 93 years smoking and ain't gonna give up yet. Right? Now, fine, so there's two ways of painting that picture, right? So Winnie could just be super healthy, and it's not chance at all. There's something about her which is hardwired, which means she resists that awful insult. Okay, the other thing is the story that actually the day that she got her neoplasia in her lung, which was going to kill her ultimately, she walked out the front door and a breath of cold air made her cough and splutter and she spat it out. That's chance. It's complete chance, and I can't measure that, right? I can't see that as an epidemiologist. Doesn't mean that what I do is bad, because I want to tell the story of everybody. And on average, it's good to say, do these things, don't do these things, treat you in that way, don't treat you in that way. It's how we operate. It's the best evidence that we've got. But chance is very important, and it will determine the outcome of you as individuals, rather than a total population.